Kimberly Hobscheid with the Entrepreneurs Experts Cafe, sponsored by Entrepreneurs Rocket Fuel. I am Kimberly Hobscheid, your host and the creator of the Facebook community Entrepreneurs Rocket Fuel, a community of entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs, helping entrepreneurs and experts get their business on to the next level. Come join the community at entrepreneursrocketfuel.com/Facebook and join the conversation. I'm here today with Krista Inochovsky, I hope I got that right, with Empowered Teens, and I'm super excited to have you here on the program. Welcome to the program, Krista.
Thanks, Kimberly. Glad to be here.
Now say the name of your company one more time.
Empowered Teen Mindfulness.
All right.
M is for mindfulness.
Yeah. M is for mindfulness. M is for mindfulness. That should be like the new thing. M is for mindfulness. And Krista is actually an expert on helping teens, especially girls, become empowered. Is that correct?
Yes, cultivating confidence and connection and communication amongst teens.
Awesome. All right. Well, tell us a little bit about how you showed up in this world as a mom that helps teens in this way, and tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to. I'm a single mom of 2 teens myself, 13 and 16 at the present moment. And I had a very fun, long career. So professional dancer, MC, show host, on camera, live shows all around the world. So I really got to explore my creativity and how I show up and having confidence and being rejected. You know, there's still a lot of elements that come to with that entertainment background. Then through the years, I really got involved as a life coach with empowerment and mindfulness. I've been teaching yoga and meditation for years and years. And as my kids started entering this age of teens, it really became evident to me, not just from my kids, it did pretty great, but I was recognizing as a whole that kids are under an enormous amount of stress or have an enormous perceived stress, anxiety, low self-esteem. They're just not handling things very well. And I wanted to help, and connecting what I was doing with adults and mindfulness and empowerment. I thought, you know what if we just bring this to the kids and let them have conversations and understand how powerful they are now, and let that open up in them and grow with them as they get older.
Now, do you
so
target?
That's really how it stemmed.
I like that. Now, do you help primarily the teens or the parents of teens?
I actually help the teens themselves.
Okay.
So I start the conversation with the parents. They're the ones who I kind of get on board, and they go, oh yeah, I'd love for my daughter to know how wonderful she is, to have more confidence in herself, to, it's hard to look at your tweens and see them kind of suffering, second guessing themselves, low body image, not knowing how to express themselves, going through moods and not being able to share. So as parents, we see it and sense it. And then they go, okay, well, this might be a cool thing for my daughter to do. And then I actually work with the girls in small groups. And that's the key of it, is that they get to meet other peers and be able to talk and share with one another. And they go, oh, I'm not alone. If she feels that way, she has something similar. Maybe I'm not so crazy or weird or different. I get it.
Awesome. Well, I was actually just going to dig into that a little bit more. How would a teen decide that she wanted to get a little bit more information on empowerment? And maybe she already thinks she's empowered, or maybe she thinks that's not for her. Like, where do people, when they come to you, what do they usually look like?
They're successful kids. They probably did great in elementary school. They are probably involved. My own daughter and son are involved in musical theater. So we, through that, have had a lot of kids that are singers, dancers, actors. They draw. They're doing other things, and yet they're recognizing already that life's just a little harder at this age. Just internally, what they're going through, life with social media, having connections through social media is not as deep and meaningful with one another, and they don't quite know how to handle what's going on inside. And to have a safe space to do that and open up those conversations, they just really like it.
Well, I think that that is certainly a valuable thing that you're giving, because I think girls would have a lot of challenges with different aspects of being able to connect, not just with people in their schools, but people beyond that. Do you find that sometimes they have struggles with the people that they see every day, and they start to build larger relationships with people that connect with them on a different level, maybe with these groups? Sort of like masterminds for grown-ups. Not that they're not.
Well, that's exactly it. I'm a trained mastermind facilitator,
Nice.
as well as a life coach. And those were the components. I was like, oh my gosh, like the light bulbs just started going off as I got this download from above of take what you've been doing and just, the kids can step up. That's the
Yeah.
thing. And as parents, we also have to learn as they get into this age group, we have to adjust how we're talking to them and with them. And that's not always easy. So I bring ideas and conversations and theories and topics to them that may feel like it's above where they are, but that's okay. I'd rather them stretch
Oh
into
yeah.
it
Yeah.
than think, oh, they don't know what they're talking about.
No, it's much better to like expect the best out of them, and not and then not allow them to trip, but just be there with them, saying, "This is where we're going. This is the creation that we're making in the world, and this is the impact that we're going to have." So I love that you do that. What do you think girls need to do to overcome these challenges, fears, frustrations?
The biggest thing that I offer to them and think that they need is permission to be the boldest, best version of them, and know that being unique is a blessing, knowing that who they are is who they're meant to be, knowing there is no one way, there is no normal, there is no trying to fit in, and to embrace who you are and celebrate that. And by them working in the group, they're able to support one another and show up and kind of love each other for who they are, and not feel like they're trying too hard to fit into something that's they're never going to be.
That makes a lot of sense. Can you share with us some of the success stories that you've had? Maybe a couple of the girls, and they can really remain nameless to protect the brilliant. But if you have some success stories, like they came and they were fine, but then they did this and they got to this next level.
The cool thing is what I hear from the parents, especially the moms. They seem to be the ones that are more involved with this, and for the moms to come and tell me that the conversations that they're having with their girls now are so much more open, that they're understanding, the girls themselves understand how they feel, and they'll be like, Mom, I'm feeling this way, and can we talk about this? And like they're recognizing it. It's taking what used to be a run upstairs or close myself in my room or pout to, hey, can we talk about it? So that has really opened up, and the parents are like, oh my gosh, this feels really huge.
That gives me chills. I mean, imagine the difference that would make between somebody having to, and for the girl, right? For the young tween, that she's feeling like she has to do it all herself and figure it all out, to the point where she can come down and have a conversation and not feel judged, and not feel like she has to have all the answers before she brings it to anybody, or just figure it out on her own or with her friends or whatever. And that wasn't working. But now she has the opportunity to say, all right, this is an opportunity to learn a little bit more from somebody else.
Yes. So that's amazing. And then the second thing I would share that I'm hearing from the parents is that the girls, I'm teaching them different ways to manage their state, to manage their emotions, managing their stress.
Okay.
And they'll see them, it's kind of witnessing them feeling stressed, and then like, hey mom, I'm gonna go out and take a walk. I'm gonna put my meditation music on. Ooh. Or I'm gonna go like rock out with my music so I can feel better. Or I'm gonna go journal. So they now have tools, and I give them several so they can pick the one that works for them. Or what, Mom, I just need to go sit under a tree for a little bit and just take some deep breaths and figure out what's going on with me. And they're doing it. They're using their toolbox, choosing something that's working for them, and shifting from that point of frustration or being down, or getting that text message that's like either breaking their heart or making them really uncomfortable, and be able to step back, relieve some anxiety, and then refocus their attention, and then step forward.
I love it.
That's amazing at
That is
11,
amazing.
12, 13.
I mean, if you had those skills of being able to have a multiple different ways of dealing with frustration and, you know, when you're triggered and figure out what to do with that when you're 13 or 12, imagine being able to carry that through your entire life, being able to handle that stress. So you're giving tools to teens that many adults don't really have themselves, or they may have one or two, but not enough to be able to handle all kinds of different situations. So very cool offering that you are having. So if you are a teen, if somebody is out there listening and they're a teen or a tween, or they're a parent of one, or they have a neighbor or somebody that really needs this information, how can they get a hold of you? What's the best way to connect with you?
The best way to connect with me is, hopefully my name is written
I'll put
here
it
somewhere at the bottom of the screen.
You might have to spell it out for the podcast listeners. So
okay, so it's my whole entire name.com. So Krista, Krista, and my last name is Inochovsky. KristaInochovsky.com. I'm easy to find on Facebook. Hey, with a name like that, there are no others. So you can find me there. And I have an Empowered Teen Mindfulness on Facebook as well.
Empowered, that's the letter M, Empowered Teen Mindfulness.com. Is that correct?
Just go to Facebook and search that up and you'll find it. I've got a group and the business is there. And yeah, we do live small groups that meet weekly, so the kids get to know one another and work together over usually about 8 weeks, and amazing things happen.
Awesome. Krista, thanks so much for being here with us today. Before we let you go, we're at time, but before we let you go, do you have any final words for our crew?
Oh gosh, life is meant to be explored and enjoyed, and when we can learn how to be the very best version of ourselves and be the powerful creator of your life, that's where the magic happens. And I want to help younger people know that right off the bat so they can live a whole life knowing it.
Fantastic. All right, folks, I'm Kimberly Hobschide with Entrepreneurs Experts Cafe. We are here with Krista Inochovsky today, and she's talking about Empowered Teen Mindfulness. Super glad to have you here with us today, Christy. If you haven't already joined the Facebook group, go to entrepreneursrocketfuel.com/Facebook and join the community, join the conversation, and get the word out about who you are and what you do. All right, folks, we'll see you next time on Entrepreneurs Experts Cafe. Cheers.